founder, 10-5, man, what the Good Fellas Sports TV.
Just from the walk in Wisconsin, watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas Sports.
All right, man. Vergil Ortiz injury revealed. We talked about that a little bit last night. But Errol Spence is questioning the validity of his injury, and I explained that. But Vergil Ortiz also breaks his silence on the injury, right? So I think it's called Rabdu. That's what it's called, short for. I think it was Javier Logan. Somebody in the chat told us that it happens. I think it was Javier Logan. I'm not sure. They told us in the chat that it happens often in CrossFit training. Now, CrossFit was huge a couple years ago. Man, it's just Robert Guerrero started using CrossFit later in his career. Like I said before, I've never tried it. I've seen the gyms pop up throughout, the city and stuff of that nature. But yeah, pretty much, they work to exhaustion. That's what it looked like, and that's their method of weight training. It kind of. I don't even really think you see a lot of guys buff in CrossFit because what you're really doing is a big ass superset. And if you don't know what a superset is, you're just doing circuit training. Like I might hit the bench, hit some push up. I might hit the bench for 10 reps, might hit the push ups for 25 reps. Then I might do 10 sit ups, and that'll be my circuit nonstop. You just do it back to back. Probably you say a minute to 2 minute rest, 30-second rest, then you go right back into it. And that's the best way to burn calories. Weightlifting is the best way. Circuit training don't have to be heavy. That's the best way you can burn calories. And I was listening I found this channel yesterday. If I remember, I shared it in the community tab. It was talking about how to, if you have some troubles, with your biceps and, what's the best exercise for biceps. And it actually was a back pull up, but more focused on pulling with your biceps. So like, how you do a reverse grip pull up for the back and bicep. You just really taking the back out of the exercise. You just lifting with the biceps, and it's supposed to get your arms jacked. I never really had no issues with jacking up my arms when I lift. That's just natural, but some people might. But all right, there go your little weight training tidbits for the day. He says, first and foremost, this is Vergil Ortiz. I'm very sorry and disappointed to not be fighting this Saturday. Camp was great. I was doing very good in sparring and training in general, but for the last 2 weeks, I didn't feel like myself. I just felt like my body was deteriorating. I didn't know why, and it was frustrating. Being the fighter that I am, I tried toughing it out, but when it's your own body fighting against you, there's little you can do. Luckily, my dad was also able to tell I wasn't right and took me to the doctor. Smart pops. We ran some tests, and the doctor concluded that I had, I think he said it pronounced Rabdu, one of the two. I was hospital yesterday, and I had to stay overnight. It could have been a lot worse, and I'm thankful that we caught it in time. I'm very sorry if I let you guys down. Believe me, if there was a hair of a chance for me to fight, I think he said I'd be fighting. So when you're talking about, okay, this will happen, and this probably would make Errol Spence say what he said, which we'll get to that in a minute. Dan Rayfield reported that he had issues with making the weight, and that's why Vergil Ortiz put out. Then he said something about the lines as we'll see what the excuse will be him pulling out the fight. So everybody ran with that, Vergil couldn't make the weight. And that's why he pulled out the fight, this, that, and the third, which could have been true. Because we'll look at what Rab Hab is, right? And it's a life-threatening disease, by the way. And if it's not, it's very treatable when caught early. And if you don't catch it in time and you don't lose your life, you can be permanently disabled. So we looked it up last night. So it's a very, very serious disease. So Dan Rayfield, so here we go right here. This is the tweet. He said, per sources and confirming other various reports, Vergil was out of Saturday's Golden Boy, the zone main event. Exact reason not clear yet, nor the status of the show will go on. He said, quote, I'm being told the reason Vergil pulled out of the fight was due to weight issues. Let's see what they announced as the official reason of if Vergil has anything to say. So that pretty much, sparked a debate like, oh, Vergil being unprofessional, he pulled out because he couldn't make the weight. He should have been more professional. And that kind of like, that's what people kind of ran with what Dan Rayfield said, which, he basically said, that's what I heard. And a lot of people ran with that. Okay. A lot of people ran with that. And, but he said, and I told y'all this been more than 2 weeks. I said he knew this at least for 2 weeks, and he said, but for the last 2 weeks I didn't feel myself. I told y'all this just didn't happen on Tuesday or Monday. He been feeling like this the last 2 weeks, and that's typically how it goes. So he been feeling this type of way for the last 2 weeks, and it's a very serious disease. It says, Rabdu. Hopefully, I'm saying it. Rabdu is a serious medical condition that can be fatal or result in permanent disability. Rabdu occurs when damaged muscle tissue release its protein and electrolytes into the blood. These substances can damage the heart and kidneys and cause permanent disability or even death. So unwanted, proteins start to get into where it's not supposed to be, and electrolytes start to get where it's not supposed to be, and it could damage your kidneys. So people, faking the injury, bro. They must do a lot of research to come around it. I mean, they said it happened in the cross training a lot. I think Javier Lopez said whoever it was, because you just working to exhaustion. That's it. You can't work to exhaustion. You can't work your whole body out every day or 3 times a week. No, you got to do everything in parts. You can break it down however you want it. Some people go chest. Some people go, leg. I go chest. Then I go chest and back. I push and pull. Then I go legs. Then I might go shoulders or shoulders and back. And I don't know. I might go shoulders and back. Then just do chest on Monday, legs on Tuesday, shoulders and back on Thursday, pushing another pull. Or for Wednesday, then Thursday, I might just do arms. So it all will work for you, and then I might just have a straight conditioning day or whatever, and that's usually my routine. So it depends. But when you work into exhaustion, that's never good, man. Trust me. When you're young, you can get away with that. You can get away with it, but I see people in the gym working the same muscle every day. That's all they do. And traditionally, the same muscle is chest. And they wonder why they ain't getting the results that they deserve. But serious, bro. Very, very serious. So I don't think this type of stuff that you fake, but it is what it is. You still got Steve Rose and Edwin Berlanga. Now, the big catfish says they again, we need Bernard to show some paperwork, laugh out loud. Now, you got to understand, he might didn't know the entire totality of the injury, if the injury is real, okay? But he pulled out, and he basically responding to Bernard Hopkins saying that we need to see paperwork that Errol Spence had a detached retina. All right, that's what he responded to when Bernard said his injury was fake. Right, in which we still ain't seen the paperwork, which is real. Even with the Nevada Commission, State Athletic Commission saying what they saying, it's still questions about if he really towards detached retina, because then he hopped on the plane over to the UAE, and the way, it is what it is. But he basically clapping back at Bernard, saying they need to show the paperwork because Vergil Ortiz pulled out. And at the end of the day, Vergil Ortiz ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't think he questioned the validity of Errol Spence's injury. But he had to take a shot at Bernard Hopkins, and that's fine, because Bernard Hopkins said he didn't believe the injury was real, and you didn't show the paperwork to show the injury is real. But that's your medical records. You can do what the hell you want to do. Those should be sealed in private to you and whoever you wanted to see your physician. I agree. But Bernard accusing you of pulling out and you ain't pull out. Of course, you're going to get some get back. Any human being, when they see the opportunity, gonna want to pull the trigger on that. But now, knowing how serious the kid injury is, and that's up to him to show paperwork. That's this shit serious. That could be fatal and permanent disability. So, that's just my opinion on it. But like I said before, the kid, it sounds like he's seriously hurt, man. He gonna miss a payday. So some people speculating he pulling out, waiting for Crawford, pulling out for another fight. Is he ready to move up? And it seemed like he worked his body to exhaustion, and that's probably why he couldn't make the weight. You know what I'm saying? So it's a common occurrence in CrossFit training. Everybody thought he couldn't make the weight and stuff of that nature. And that's it. That's all. It was cool. Seen an opportunity, took it. Especially when you feel that your injury is real, you got to protect your brand. When Bernard saying you pulled out a fight, and that's because with your consumer saying, oh, you pull out a fight, you have anybody tickets, whoopty whoop. I get it. But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that subscribe button, check the bell icon, hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, change notifications, we go live with our video. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. Check out the Boston's playlist for more videos like this. Hit the link tree link in the description, show you everywhere I'm producing content at, where I am on social media. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.